Our passions, our loves, or indeed our lives might indeed be fleeting. What if I told you those haunting opening words weren't just poetic dialogue? They were a warning. This isn't the love story Netflix marketed. It's a masterclass in heartbreak that's left fans divided and critics calling it everything from disheartening to devastatingly beautiful. Sofia Carson and Corey Mylchreest just delivered the most controversial ending in romantic drama history. When My Oxford Year dropped on August 1st, everyone thought they knew what they were getting. Sofia Carson playing Anna, type A Cornell graduate who defers her Goldman Sachs dream job to study poetry at Oxford. Classic meet cute when she calls Jamie a bell end after he drenches her with his car. Yeah, you're the bell end. You drenched me with your car. Enter Corey Mylchreest. Yes, that Corey from Queen Charlotte, as Jamie, who goes from accident-prone stranger to her poetry professor in one day. Well, I'm only looking for fun, he tells her. And that line hits differently when you know what's coming. They agreed to keep things casual. This is just fun, right? Famous last words. Netflix played us all. What started as enemies to lovers' academic fantasy became something much darker. Halfway through, Anna discovers something that turns this fairy tale upside down. She finds Jamie connected to chemotherapy IVs in his bedroom. The devastating truth? He has the same rare, terminal cancer that killed his brother Eddie. Here's the kicker. Jamie has chosen to stop treatment. What you saw was my final treatment. But my illness isn't fun, so it ends now. He's decided to live his remaining time on his own terms, rather than fight a battle he knows he can't win. Don't live longer, you just die slower. This is where Anna makes a choice that had audiences either crying or throwing things at their screens. When Jamie tries to push her away, "Don't waste the short time you have left in Oxford on me," she makes the ultimate sacrifice. She turns down Goldman Sachs to stay with a dying man. Here's where it gets really juicy. The original book by Julia Whelan, Jamie gets a medical reprieve. He and Anna get their happy ending, traveling across Europe together. But Sofia Carson, who wasn't just the star but also a producer, made a decision that sent shockwaves through the fan base. They killed Jamie. In interviews, both Carson and Mylchreest have been defending this choice like their careers depend on it. Corey told Entertainment Weekly it would be hypocrisy to give Jamie a miracle cure after everything he'd said about living authentically. Sofia insisted they were having conversations up until the very last minute about the ending. Fans weren't having it. Social media exploded with accusations of trauma porn and unnecessary tragedy. What actually happens? Jamie dies from pneumonia? His weakened immune system can't fight it? I think he'd prefer to let nature take its course, and we should respect that. Anna stays by his side until the end, then does something either incredibly romantic or completely devastating. She takes their planned European tour, alone. And I would live deliberately, sucking up all the marrow of life, no matter how messy it gets. The film shows this haunting montage where we see Anna and Jamie together in Paris, Amsterdam, Venice, until suddenly Jamie disappears, leaving Anna alone on a beach. It's the moment you realize he's gone, and it hits like a freight train. The final scene brings us back to Oxford, where Anna has taken over Jamie's poetry class. She brings the same pound cake he used to, delivers the same speech about poetry changing your life, and it's either a beautiful tribute or tragic reminder of what she's lost. Critics call it contrived poignancy. Fans called it devastating. The cast called it necessary. My Oxford Year isn't trying to be your typical Netflix romance. Sofia Carson and her team made a calculated decision to subvert expectations, to show that sometimes love isn't about getting your happy ending. Sometimes it's about learning to live fully, even when that life includes loss. But in a world drowning in tragedy where real life gives us enough heartbreak, did we really need our escapist romance to end with a funeral? That's for you to decide. Whether you think My Oxford Year is a masterpiece of emotional storytelling or just another case of killing off the love interest for shock value, one thing's certain, it's got everyone talking. And maybe that was the point all along. What did you think of the ending? Devastating masterpiece or unnecessary tragedy? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more deep dives into films that break our hearts and blow our minds.